Hi, in this video lecture, let's try to understand the output of this particular code where I have used int and float here and I've assigned some values like 5 and 8.5. And I'm also trying to print int comma float. The question which comes to mind is int and float a data type? The answer is yes, they are data types. Here, I'm using them as variables. Can I use int and float as variables? Are they keywords? So these are the questions what you basically have. Let's try to run this code, understand this, and then I'll tell you more about it. This statement is not giving me any error. Now, int and float are data types. Int and float are not keywords. They are conversion functions, which I can also use as a variable, but it's not a good practice to use a variable. If I try to print it, you can just see the value of int is also printed as 5 and value of float is printed as 8.5. Now, why is it's not a good practice to have this conversion functions like int and float as a variable name? Now, let us say you have some data here which consists of a series of digits in the string format. I want to convert them to an integer. Let's say x equal to, we take the help of int conversion function. So here you can just observe we are using int as a conversion function. But since I have already used int as a variable, so now this is going to treat as a variable, not as a function. So this statement will create an issue. So please do observe this. Int and float as variables. It prints 5 and 8.5. Here, I'm trying to initialize the string literal to data. And here, okay, the conversion function, this statement will throw an error because int is no more a conversion function in this program. It is a variable. So you can just observe it says that int object is not callable. Now, let me just try to remove the statements and try to rerun this. And here you can just observe this works. So int is a conversion function. So what we learned out here is int is a data type, but it is not a keyword. It is a conversion function. It is a bad practice to use these function names as variable names, because if I use it as a variable name, later on, I'll not be able to use them as a function. I hope the concept is clear. Thank you.